Hello, welcome to the Richardson Simple Living. My name's Maria, and if you're new here, normally I vlog food things, but I do other things as well. And today I'm just going to do something a bit different. Haven't got nothing to cook today. It's too hot to be cooking. And I thought what I'll just do, we'll just have a walk around the garden and just have a look at some of the projects we're doing. I've been saying I'll show you what Dean's been up to, so we'll just have a quick look. It's a bit dark in here. I've got all of the blinds shut and curtains shut everywhere to try and keep it cool. So once I go out there, I'm going to be really hot. The thing is, when you go out in hot weather, it's hard to cool down again, isn't it? It's like you get to that temperature and you're sweating then. You can't cool down. But I'm going to go out and I'll just show you. I'm not going to do a garden tour because I think that's in about a week's time, a week and a half's time, when we do the full garden tour, the collaboration one. But I just thought I'd show you some of the projects that we're getting up to. So I'm going to swing you around. We're going to go out and brave the heat and have a look what Dean's up to. Right then, let's have a look at one of the projects. Okay, so here, I was talking about painting the shed roofs with some of this black stuff we got. I can't remember what it's called. It might be something like black jack, something like that. You can see where he's got to. He's done the other side of it, but he hasn't done this side yet. It got too warm last night. Well, he had to do it after 2 and it was cooler because the stuff just runs, and it got too warm and dark so he couldn't do any more. So he's got that bit to do tonight. Probably do that after 2 and it cools down later, and then that shed roof will be done. He's hoping to, the dog's gone through, do the other sheds. Cassie, go on back out. She's found a way of, I can't get through there because he's put the bench down there, so I can't get through it. I was going to show you as well what else he'd been doing. The shed there, you can see is white. That was where the chickens were, but we're not going to be keeping them in there when we get the new ones. I'll have to go around and show you. Cassie follows me everywhere. Another project he's done, he's been painting all of the rabbit pens up. See, they've all been stained. Does all that every year. And there's a gate missing here at the minute. He's sorting that, but we'll go round. So he's got shed roof wise, he's hoping to do that bit later. And then there's a smaller shed, a medium shed, and the big shed then at the top. Oh, well, let's go a bit further. You can see across perhaps. Let's see straight at it then. See if we can zoom in. There we go. So he's whitewashed that out, and what I'm going to use that for is doing more seeds, like another greenhouse. So I want to get some PVC and cover the front of it where the wire is. I'm not going to take the wire off, just put some PVC over it, and that'll be really hot. It's warm in there now and it's open at the minute, but it'll make a nice area just to start seeds because we want to grow more flowers, so I'll need a space ready for the extra seeds. Bit next to it is like a little bike shelter where the girls keep the bikes. Coming up, I think, don't want to look at Dean, he's got his shirt off. He's been very brave with the weather. He's took the gate apart that was down the bottom, and he's going to do, well, he's in the middle of doing, stand back a bit, a new gate. Oh, I still zoomed in. No wonder you can't see. Yeah, he's in the middle of doing a new gate there, and he's going to do it like this fencing behind, sort of, oh dear, like in sections, like all this fencing going down, sort of picket style, because it'll have better support. It was bowing as it was before. And something else as well, he started doing this fence because we've had the idea, Cassie, come out to the garden. Had the idea that to do it all in white. Every year we stain it this harvest gold, which is a nice colour, but it comes off so easily. I thought it might be nice to do it white, and then like with all the black roofs and the beams across that area, we'll do them black as well. That's the idea in our heads, to see what it looks like. So we've just done that panel test, it see what it's like, and actually it looks quite good. I think I quite like it, and it'll stand out and look tidier. And then the idea is, like all these beds, I won't show you all the veg, although you can see it, but like all the beds, if we can white them as well, the tops are going to come off these when there's flowers, but if we can do all the bases white as well, that will match it all and look quite good. I think that's the idea anyway. Round here, this area, now we were going to knock this down, this bit. At the moment it's wood store, and there's fencing in here. He's made loads of fencing to go down the front of our drive. We've got to get posts for it yet. Don't know when that will be, but we've got more wood storage and things in there, wood for bonfire night, for fireworks. So we're going to see, we're on knocking that down, but I'm in two minds. I don't really know. Let's come to this side of it, because, well, I wouldn't knock it down at the minute because obviously we've got flowers along it, but I don't know. I'm in two minds now to leave it as a wood store and then paint all of this white as well to match it like the other. Definitely like to paint all the duck run white. Behind here is the duck area. Come out, Cassie, leave them alone. Cassie, out. Come on. She's paying attention to him because I am. She gets a bit jealous. So the duck area, the pond's got to be levelled off, and all around it's got to be levelled off. All of this is going to be dug out and levelled a bit because it raises over time with all the muck and everything. So that's going to make great compost, and that can go into the compost bins. And then what he wants to do is, come back a bit, so you can see, cover this area, cover it in, fill it in, so it's like a shaded area. I mean, we've got roofing on it there, and obviously the back's covered, but if we cover this side, then he wants to put like some laying boxes in there, and then put the new chickens in with the ducks, because you can run chickens and ducks together, no problem. So it wouldn't have worked with the other chickens because they weren't used to being with the ducks, and because we've got some pure breeds, they were a bit territorial, and you know, they didn't like newcomers, so they would have gone for the ducks. But to have new ones, they should fit in fine. Look at them having a swim. I do like the ducks. They've finished laying now, their laying season's over, which is a shame because we were getting some nice eggs off them. So that's what we're going to do with that. And like I say, when all of the flowers are finished, they're only just coming out, the sunflowers, as you can see, are growing, but when it's all done, later autumn time, we'll perhaps paint all of that white as well. Don't know about the greenhouse behind. I think that might be too much. I'd probably paint that up to match the sheds. He was on about doing the sheds in black. I mean, that one there is black, but it was on about them in black. I don't know if that would be too much or whether it wouldn't against the white. The white might tone it down a bit when we've done all the fencing and that. I don't really know, because I want to do all that trellis behind there in white. So I don't know. We'll see as we go. We sort of test it bit by bit and see as we go. But yeah, I think that would look nice and white, because I always worry this looks a bit scruffy. It's not so bad now because there's plants growing up out and starting to flower, but like in autumn and winter it looks a bit scruffy. So if it's painted up, it probably would be okay. So yeah, this is where he's got my hair stuck on the washing then. This is where he's doing the gate. He's took the gate off. Now we were thinking about taking this bit of fencing down again and having it all open, but because the dog goes in and goes pestering the rabbits, and she gets round the back of that shed, even though we've got a water butt in that corner, somehow she gets round all the way around the back of the sheds, comes out at the top and into the garden, and then she'll dig things up or just walk over things. So yeah, I think it's better off probably keeping the gate, and again that will all be painted white, although this bit's filled in. It doesn't sort of match the other bit, but the gate will be like the other bit because it was just bowing before. I think it'll be all right when it's all the same colour. It'll be okay, I think. So that's what we're up to outside. They're the projects that Dean's doing at the minute. It's a bit hit and miss as he does them, because either it's too hot or it rains. There don't seem to be any in between. But like I say, with the shed roof, he's having to do that in the evening. He started it yesterday evening, and it was so warm, and then it started to get a bit dusky, and he says, oh, I'll just have to do the other half this evening. So he's just going to have to do it like that. It is giving out rain again. It says it's going to get cooler over the weekend and rain's coming in, but maybe he'll get a chance to do it in between the two. It's going to take a while to do all of the roofs anyway. As for the sheds, he's on about painting them black. Well, I suggest that I have to be careful what I suggest, because if I suggest something, Dean just takes it as gospel to go and do it, you know. That's it. It's black and white, black and white. He goes and does it, and he doesn't sort of throw ideas back at me saying, well, this might not look so good, or, you know, it's just whatever I say, he just goes and does it. The idea's then in his head. So I have to be careful what I say. So I suggested it because the first one is black, but then that sort of stands alone there black, whereas the others are together. Would that be too much black if they were all black? And Dean moans about this paint, this stain. It comes off. You have to do them every year. We might have to touch the black up every year, I don't know, but this one we got on the first shed, it was like an outdoor exterior is outdoor, like wood, not gloss, but like a vinyl silk one that you can wipe over. Satin is it they call it, and it's wipe over. So there's a bit of green, like fungi stuff coming on it, algae stuff, whatever it's called, and that can be just wiped off. So I don't think there'd be a need to do it every single year. Maybe the bottom where water runs, although we've got guttering round, you do get bits of puddles sometimes when it rains, because we've got paving and it's a bit up and down in places. So maybe the bottom bit might have to have a bit of a brush over once a year, but I don't see that the whole lot would have to. So I think that's a good idea, but then again, what about another colour? Maybe I should go around B&Q and look at other colours, but then I don't want colours that are so, you know, bright and jazzy. My colours all different colours, as cheerful as it would look. We thought about doing them in like a green, but I don't know, the green looks a bit sicky. I don't know. It looks, well, I don't know, green's not a bad colour. Green is my favourite colour, but some of the sort of painted outdoor greens I've seen are a bit, they're not eye-catching green to me, but then I don't want eye-catching because, like I say, it'd be jazzy. I don't know, that's it, I just don't know. The blue's nice that we've got on the fence on the patio out here. The blue's nice, but that again you've got to do regular, and it's very expensive. And this is what we want to do in a budget, keep it in a budget. The whole idea is keeping it in a budget, because I can't afford to do loads of fancy paint, and you know, why should you pay the earth for something anyway if you can get something just as nice that's cheaper? So that's the idea, and that's what Dean's working on at the moment. He's a bit up to do anything, so he's doing his fence, his gate, ready to go on there. Yesterday he did stain the rabbit hutches like I showed you, and then in the evening he did a half of that roof, so he'll probably do the other half later. So there's all different projects, but we can't do everything in one go, because areas where we want to paint, you can see there's plants growing, so they've got to wait till the autumn until we can you know, pull the plants up they've finished, and then we can do it then, and hopefully we get some good days to paint it before the bad weather comes in again. Hopefully. So that's what we're doing. I said today we'll just have a walk around, a little chat, and show you what projects Dean's doing out there. I can't think of any others on the go at the minute, but then I think there's enough there. He does want to get all that fencing done down the front, but he's getting some posts to go down there because it's so expensive to get them, and we just can't afford to get them, yeah. So it'll stay as it is for the time being, but the fences are done, so as long as they're under there, he did them the end of last year, so as long as they're under there, they're dry, and they've been over there over winter, and that little area keeps dry, which is why I'm in two minds. Shall I knock it down, or shall I leave it up as like a wood store? Because Dean's always got wood for different projects, and it make a good little wood store. And like I say, when we're saving wood for bonfire night, So maybe it's worth keeping there, and just the end of the season, flower season, paint it up white like the rest, and just make it look tidy, really. I think that's my biggest issue, is making things to try and look a bit tidy, because it looks like a farm in the back, but then I always say it's a working garden. So, you know, it's not one of these sort of ornamental gardens, it's a working garden. We grow our vegetables, we grow flowers, and we do jobs out there. You know, it's a working garden, but I'd like to try and keep it looking a bit nice. So, any suggestions? Colour wise, what do you think about the sheds? Do you think, you know, there's other colours I could use? Do you think black would look okay to match the other? So it's like a run of black, and then I'll have all the sort of, well, it's not white, it's like a creamy white that we're doing the fencing and everything. Sort of, I know it's hard to imagine it in your head, but do you think sort of that would tone it all down if the shed were black? I don't know. Black and white looks all right together. It's sort of tidy colours together. So I don't know. And then would it all mix in like with me blue, but then that's a separate end, or the patio area. I have so many different areas of garden all fenced off, and different areas that do different things. So yeah, just thought I'd show you that today, show you what we're up to. I mean, we're not always cooking, we're not always shopping, we do other things as well. So I just thought show you a bit of what we do when we're not doing those things. So I've been perusing cooking books this morning, wondering what things I can cook in this sort of weather. But a lot of things are like dishes you don't cook, you know, things you just make and put in the fridge and things like that. But yeah, I like reading them anyway. Give me ideas ready for winter. So that's that for now, and Sean's busy. She's in the other room doing a project. She's been studying Chernobyl, however you say it, and she's been studying everything about the disaster and the people involved in it. So she's been doing a big, like a book, and she's doing all different research on that. Sean likes to pick a project and do lots of researching, and that's what she's doing at the minute. But summer holidays now for the children, so that'll be it till, you know, the start of the next one, which is beginning of September. Don't the year go fast, doesn't it? It just flies by. And I mean, by then there'll be Christmas things in the shops, and we'll be thinking of all that kind of thing. So it just flies by. So anyway, I'm going to press on. Not a lot doing today. I'm not going shopping today. I'm just going to stay in the shade a bit today, because the sun does affect me. I've already had to have some paracetamol because I've got a headache. I don't think I've drunk enough, to be honest. So I'm going to just sit in the shade, try and drink what I can drink, as much as I can drink, and keep out of the sun. So I don't know how Dean can be out there and take his top off and work out in it. I don't know. He'll be bad later. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm not going to do a lot at all today, and hopefully tomorrow it'll be cooler. Maybe I'll go shopping tomorrow. I don't know. Not that I've got anything I really need to buy, but I just like a walk around the shops. One of these days I might just take the camera and have a walk around and show you my shops and sort of things I like looking at one of these days. A bit nervous doing that though in shops, because they look at you and you think, oh, I feel like you're doing something wrong. Anyway, I'm going to go and just get in the shade, and I shall see you now Monday. All being well, yes, we'll try and bring you something on Monday, even if I just got 5 minutes or something, but we'll try and see you on Monday. I've not got any plans to go anywhere. That's the thing with the 6 weeks holidays. We don't tend to go anywhere unless we're going out with the grandchildren somewhere for an odd day. We don't really visit anywhere because everywhere's so busy and you've got to get up really early to get parking spaces. And because we can go any time of the year, I feel it's better, you know, we'll have our time off in the 6 weeks holidays and do our visiting outside of the school holidays. So I don't think we'll have a day out Monday, not unless we're going to walk anywhere, but I don't think we'll have anything like that, but we'll find something that we can do. So until then, have a good weekend everybody, and take care. Bye.